Number 1. Take a moment. Don't rush. Getting rich suddenly can bring a rush of excitement, but it can also lead to rash decisions if you're not careful. You might feel the pressure to act quickly, whether it's making a big purchase, investing, or even quitting your job. However, the smartest thing you can do initially is nothing. Take some time to let the reality sink in. Sleep on it. Clear your head. This isn't the time to act on impulse. Why? Because your brain is still processing the news. Rushed decisions can lead to regrets down the road, and you want to avoid that at all costs. A calm mind makes better choices. Trust me, your money isn't going anywhere in the short term, but the decisions you make now can have long-lasting impacts. Number 2. Hire a financial advisor. After the dust settles and you've gotten your bearings, the first practical step is seeking professional help. A financial advisor can help you avoid common pitfalls like overspending or tax mistakes that many suddenly wealthy people fall into. Look for an advisor who's a fiduciary. This is important because it means they are required to act in your best interest. They'll help you break down your newfound wealth, recommend smart investment strategies, and give advice tailored to your goals. It's tempting to try and handle everything yourself, but an expert can help you see the bigger picture and avoid costly mistakes. It's not just about growing your wealth, it's about protecting it too. Number 3, get rid of your debts. Debt is one of those things that can sneak up on you. Whether it's credit cards, student loans, or car payments, debt eats away at your wealth bit by bit, especially if it's high-interest debt. The good news? You've got the resources to wipe it out. Start by targeting your highest-interest debts, things like credit cards or personal loans. These are the financial chains that shackle you the most. Imagine this. Once your debts are gone, all that interest you were paying stays in your pocket, adding to your financial freedom. Being debt-free is one of the greatest financial freedoms you can experience, and it puts you in control of your money instead of the other way around. Number 4, create an emergency fund. You might be thinking, why do I need an emergency fund if I'm rich now? The answer is simple. Life is unpredictable. Even millionaires face unexpected challenges, whether it's a health crisis, a sudden economic downturn, or a family emergency. An emergency fund acts as a buffer between you and life's curveballs. Aim to set aside at least 6 months' worth of living expenses, but don't be afraid to go higher, depending on your situation. Keep this fund easily accessible, but in an account that earns some interest. That way, if something unexpected happens, you can handle it without tapping into your long-term investments or going into debt. Think of it as your financial safety net. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Number 5, avoid impulse buys. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of newfound wealth and feel the urge to splurge, whether that's a luxury car, a dream home, or even a yacht. But here's the thing, just because you can afford something now doesn't mean it's the right move. Major purchases, especially luxury items, come with long-term costs like maintenance, insurance, and taxes. The thrill of buying something big wears off faster than you think, and you don't want to end up with buyer's remorse. A good rule of thumb? Wait 30 days before making any large purchases. This gives you time to evaluate whether it's really something that will add value to your life or if it's just a temporary urge. Remember, wealth is about sustaining your lifestyle, not just upgrading it impulsively. Number 6, budget, even if you're rich. You might assume that budgeting is only for people living paycheck to paycheck. But here's the thing. Whether you have $100 or $1 million, every dollar should have a purpose. Without a budget, it's incredibly easy for wealth to slip through your fingers. Even people who win the lottery or receive large inheritances often find themselves broke within a few years because they didn't track their spending. A budget isn't about restricting yourself, it's about giving your money direction. You should allocate money for investments, savings, taxes, daily expenses, and even fun splurges. A well-thought-out budget ensures you stay wealthy and don't fall into the trap of overspending. Number 7, start investing. Your money shouldn't just sit in a bank account doing nothing. If you want to grow your wealth, investing is key. But don't just jump into the first hot stock tip you hear about. Investing wisely requires strategy. Start by diversifying. Spread your money across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate. Each has its own risk level, and balancing them helps protect you from market fluctuations. It's also important to invest for the long term. Markets go up and down, but over time, good investments grow. Be cautious of get-rich-quick schemes. They're often too good to be true. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to growing wealth. Number 8. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is not diversifying their investments. You never want to put all your money in one stock, one business, or one market. Why? Because even the safest-looking investment can go south. A company could go bankrupt, a market could crash, or an industry could be disrupted overnight. Diversifying your portfolio across multiple asset types, stocks, real estate, bonds, or even alternative investments like gold, helps minimize risk. That way, if one part of your portfolio suffers, the rest remains stable, protecting your overall wealth. Number 9. Plan for the future. It's tempting to think about the now. After all, you've just come into wealth and want to enjoy it. But the reality is, your wealth needs to last not just for today, but for tomorrow, next year, and possibly the rest of your life. Consider what you want your financial future to look like. Do you want to retire early, leave a legacy for your family, maybe travel the world? This is where long-term planning comes in. Maximize your retirement savings by contributing to IRAs or 401ks. Set up trusts to protect your assets for future generations, and work with a tax advisor to minimize what you owe to Uncle Sam. The key is to make sure your money works for you well into the future. Number 10. Treat yourself, but don't go overboard. Let's face it, one of the perks of having more money is the ability to enjoy the finer things in life. And that's okay. You've earned the right to treat yourself. But, and this is important, set clear boundaries. A common mistake is going on a spending spree without thinking about the long-term consequences. Set aside a fun fund specifically for things like vacations, hobbies, or splurging on that dream item. Once that money is gone, it's gone, and you don't touch your other accounts. This gives you the freedom to enjoy your wealth without the risk of overspending. Number 11. Stay grounded. Money changes people. Sometimes for the better, but often for the worse. One of the biggest challenges of sudden wealth is staying grounded. It's easy to let the money go to your head and start acting like you're better than everyone else. But wealth doesn't define you. It's a tool that you can use to enhance your life, but it shouldn't change who you are. Surround yourself with people who knew and supported you before you got rich. These are the people who will keep you grounded and remind you of your values. Staying humble will help you avoid the pitfalls of isolation that sometimes come with wealth. Number 12. Share your wealth. One of the most rewarding things you can do with your money is to give back. This might mean supporting causes you care about, donating to charities, or even starting your own foundation. Not only does giving back help those in need, but it also gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Research shows that people who give back are often happier and more satisfied with their lives. And giving doesn't just have to be about writing a check. It can also mean giving your time and energy to causes that matter to you. Number 13. Protect your wealth legally. As your wealth grows, so do the legal responsibilities that come with it. It's crucial to ensure that your wealth is protected through proper estate planning. This means updating your will, setting up trusts for your heirs, and designating powers of attorney for your financial and healthcare decisions. Estate planning isn't just for the super rich. It's for anyone who wants to ensure their assets are distributed according to their wishes, and it can also help minimize taxes and protect your loved ones from legal hassles. Proper planning will give you and your family peace of mind. Don't upgrade everything. Just because you can afford to upgrade your life doesn't mean you should. It's tempting to upgrade your home, car, and wardrobe all at once, but this is known as lifestyle inflation. It can quietly eat away at your wealth over time. Instead, think about which upgrades will truly make you happier. Sometimes the simple things in life bring the most joy, and keeping some aspects of your life the same helps maintain balance. You'll find that appreciating small luxuries, rather than overhauling your entire lifestyle, leads to a more fulfilling experience. Number 15. Never stop learning. Managing wealth is a skill that takes time and education. Even if you've hired professionals to help, it's important to keep learning about personal finance. The world of investing, tax laws, and wealth management is constantly changing, and staying informed will empower you to make the best decisions for your future. Whether it's reading books, listening to podcasts, or attending seminars, commit to continuously learning. The more you know, the more control you have over your financial destiny. Wealth is a powerful tool, but only if used wisely. By following these steps, you'll not only protect your financial future, but also gain peace of mind, freedom, and the ability to live life on your terms.